Well, this is kind of a trial video because the last one came out so bad. Well, not bad, but the screen was very small. So I decided to go ahead and video a little bit of my coloring on this page that I'm doing to see how it comes out. Let me see. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't cover the work. So let me see. So let's start. So how you guys been doing? It's been kind of hectic week for me. I never expected this week to be not difficult, but busy and weird and everything in between. I had to tell you what happened to me this week. So I don't know if everybody knows that I live in Colombia, in South America. I've been living here for about a year and a half. I came from the United States in June of 2024. I decided to self-retire and I came to live in Colombia. One, because, well, I am an American citizen, but I also have, I'm also a Colombian. That's my accent. I'm also Colombian and my family is here. And not all the family. My kids are in the States. I consider myself more of an American than a Colombian because I moved to Colombia when I was 16. And I lived most of my life in the States. So I consider myself American. And the reason why I decided to come to live in Colombia is because I was really, really tired of working. I didn't want to continue killing myself. I'm an electrical engineer. And I was working for an engineer office out of New Jersey. And I was tired. I mean, I was working 72 hours a week. It was exhausting. And I didn't see a way out. No matter how much I tried, I didn't see a way out. It was so much work. And I just couldn't take it anymore. So one time I came to Colombia to visit family and also to have surgery. Because, that's a different topic. Healthcare system in the United States is a different topic. I don't want to go into those kind of topics. But I came to Colombia to have surgery. I was very overweight. And I decided to have a gastric sleeve or a bariatric surgery. So I did that. And while I was here, my family, my sister told me of something I could do so I could leave without working. And, she showed me a way I could do it. And so I decided to go back to the United States, sell everything, and come here. So that's what I did. I went back to the States. That was in April of 2024. I went back, sold my house, sold everything, and came to live in Colombia as of June of 2024. Let's see, it's showing. Yes, it's showing. I hope I'm not blocking my coloring. So I came here and I sold everything. I mean, absolutely everything. I kept a few things in a storage in the States, and I arrived with my 2 dogs, Teddy and Bruno. I arrived with them and 6 pieces of luggage. So of course, I couldn't bring everything that had to do with coloring. I ended up giving to donation places so much stuff, not just from coloring, but also for clothes, because I had lost so much weight, and stuff for the house. I saw all the major stuff for my house, but stuff that I just couldn't sell on time. I only have 45 days from the moment I sold my house to the moment I left. It was crazy, and I did it all by myself because, well, everybody was working, and I couldn't have that much help, and I didn't want to spend too much money on people helping me because I wanted to save the money so I could come and live here. So it was crazy, and so I put some of my coloring stuff in storage, and I just arrived with 2 books. I think one was one of the airy romantic country books, and I pack my luminance colors, which is, I only have the one that's 36 colors pencils, and I packed that one, and I brought the airy romantic country, and I think I did another book. I can't remember which was, but I only arrived with 2 books and 1 set of colors. And then so that's one of the reasons why I didn't start coloring right away when I got here, even though I now had the time to do it, but I didn't have anything. So like in August of 2024, I started ordering some pencils. And by the way, most of my pencils, I had so many. I had a brand new set, and I don't know which was the lucky lady that got it, but a brand new set of polychrome. No, not a polychromos. I got those. Prismacolors that I had just gotten like at the end of the 2023. And when I decided to leave, I couldn't bring them, and I don't know why. I was telling my daughter, because she helped me with and I had 1 box of Prismacolors that I had already used, and they were like this, like this, very small. And I told my daughter to give it to her friend. Well, my daughter picked up the wrong box and gave her the brand new box of Prismacolors. So I didn't find out that until almost a year later, which I couldn't do anything about it. And by that time, I was out of Prismacolors. I didn't have them anymore. So, but I did save my polychromos, my albines, all my major ones, and I thought I had saved the Prismacolors, because when I went back to the States in April of 2025, I looked for them, and what I found was a box with these little pencils, just small little things. I was so upset, but it was not her fault. I mean, my daughter is a good daughter. She's not into coloring, so she doesn't know what she's doing. She just thought that was the box that I was telling her to give to her friend, which likes to do art, not so much coloring as of coloring books, but art. So I had over 200 books, and what I did was I didn't even have time to sort them because I had to leave. I had to pack. I had bought my ticket for June, and I just didn't have time, and it was overwhelming. Anybody that has moved international will know how overwhelming it is to move. And I didn't want to bring anything. I wanted to buy everything here, except for the things that, your clothes, your underwear, those things. I didn't want to buy them here. But I couldn't bring it all because, bringing the luggage is also very expensive. And I was already arriving with 6 pieces of luggage, huge. I think overall in in luggages, you're allowed to have one, and then I was 6, so I think I pay like $1,300 for the luggage, so it was a lot of money. And so anyway, so a lot of my books got stashed in boxes and taken to the Goodwill. So I'm sure somebody in Texas, in Arlington, Texas, picked up my books, and somebody over there has books that I already colored. So I'm wondering who it is, and if I ever will find the people that got them, or if they got them for a real good reason, or like to actually color in them, not to just have them stashed and not do anything about it, or to give them to children to just scratch, scribble all over. I hope that didn't happen, but if it did, well, it's okay, because I gave them away, so they're not mine anymore, so they can do whatever they want. But so because of that, right now I only own 42 books, and most of them I bought again, and some when I went back in April to the States, I have put some away that I really did not want to give away, and that was in my time of clarity when I did that. There were not too many, maybe like 10 books. And I did that, and I put them away. And when I went to the States, I brought them with me. So the last time I went in April, I brought another 3 or 4. No, it was 4 pieces of luggage. I went to the States with 1 small piece of luggage, came back with 4 big pieces of luggage. So when I went back, I brought all my Christmas stuff, which I have put away because I love Christmas. And most of my Christmas stuff, I gave a lot of stuff away to friends, and my daughter took it to Goodwill. But the stuff that I really wanted, I put it in storage. And when I came back, I brought 2 luggages full of Christmas stuff. And then I got the other 2 with stuff that I had left there, like decoration stuff, and some of my coloring books, and my color pencils, which I had the polychromos, the Allbines, and about 10 sets of color pencils that I had left there. And there's still more there that I couldn't bring. So maybe next year, if I go to the United States next year, I will bring him. So let me see. Okay. I'm trying not to make this video too long, because really I'm trying to test if my resolution and the way I'm filming this is coming out right. So that's why I'm doing this. It's like 7:30 in the evening here. But anyway, I wanted to make it like a chatty little coloring along, and I'll see how I'm doing it. I'm not, my coloring style is not perfect. Like, I have a heavy hand. That's why everything that I do looks burnish, because I have a heavy hand. And once I start coloring, that's what happens. And I'll just start, see, my hand automatically goes hard. That's why I cannot do soft. Like, I've seen some colorists that do the softest thing, and their pages look gorgeous, and they're just so soft. I can't do that. My hand is very heavy. And once I start doing this, that's why I like Prismacolors too, because Prismacolors allow me to do that and blend and not leave any streaks. I hate streaks. So that's the reason why I like. So just a little bit about what I'm doing. I'm following this Sarah Renee Clark color palette, and what I wanted, which it didn't happen, but it's still I still like it. I wanted to be for this sky to be darker and purple and kind of like a really pretty purple bluish dawn, but it didn't happen. It came out like that. It still looked good. I wanted the treats in the back to be more bluish because I wanted to reflect distance, and the front to be more green because also the reflected distance is the depth in of this landscape. So but it's not coming out exactly how I imagine it, but it doesn't matter. It's still coming out good. Sometimes you have a certain idea in your head and you think you're going to do it right, and it's going to come out exactly how's in your head, and it doesn't. And so, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not how you imagine it. And that's what's happening here. Like I imagine this darker, and it's not coming that dark. But it's not coming out bad. So I hope everybody likes it. I am very new to YouTube. I had just uploaded 2 videos, and I have my Instagram for my coloring for a long time. Just haven't been have not been posting anything because I didn't have nothing to post. I haven't been coloring in a while. So just now I'm starting to post. And so there's a lot of stuff that I had done over the years that are not in my Instagram. And there's a lot of stuff that I did that I don't even have anymore because they went away with the books that I gave away, that I left at the Salvation Army. So a lot of stuff I don't have anymore. And that I kind of like to kick myself for that, because it's like when I was planning to move to Colombia. Actually, I was not even thinking about what I was gonna do in my free time. I was just tired. I just wanted to stop working. I just wanted to enjoy life and go to different places with my kids and my family, not worry about if I was going to have time or vacation time or PTO or anything like that. That so that was my main point. But when I got here and I started to have the free time, that's when I started thinking about, well, okay, well, what am I going to do with my time? I don't have nothing to do. I do stuff, like really, I do. Like I go to the gym every day, and I take care of myself. I eat healthy. So that takes some of my time. But other than that, once I go to the gym and come back and take a shower and or go grocery shopping or whatever is in the day, go to the doctor, and I come back home, it's like, okay, so now what? Now what? So the good thing is that I remember that I like to color, and I started going back to watching the videos of the people that I was watching back then. And other people started to pop up in my YouTube to, this person has a new video about this, and this person has another video. And I started watching other people. And then I started going on Facebook, and then started posting some of my stuff in Facebook. So this is how it happened. I think I posted something I did on the Fairytale and Folklore book by Emily, and I think it was it was Piggy Pens that saw my post and liked it and said that she would like to do a body color with me. And I was like, well, I didn't even know what that was. So that's is that long has I been out of this community that I had no idea what it was. And I was like, so she had to explain to me what it was. And once I knew, I was like, yeah, I'm into that. Yeah, I'll do it. And so the first one we did was the little fairy that I did with the wings. I think that's the one we did, the first one we did. I think we done a couple. So she introduced me to this new concept of butting up to color, which I didn't know that existed. And from then on, and Charmaine from Charmaine I Created Colors and also contacted me, and she's like, would you like to buddy up with me? And like, sure. And that's how it started. And for a while I had no intention of creating a channel because I had never considered myself talented. Yeah, it was, for me, this was just a hobby, not like I, I just liked it. But I think it was Sue at Piggy Pins that said she really wanted to see the finished pages that I had done for the book of Emily's book, because I told her that I was doing that as a project, that I really liked it, and she unintentionally gave me the idea. I was like, okay, I guess I could do that. But I was like, I cannot do it this year. I had to wait until January because it was, I know the last few months of the year they get too busy. So I couldn't do it. And I needed to plan for it. Apparently I didn't plan long enough or hard enough, because I'm finding a lot of problems of how to upload the videos, how to make the videos come in the right way, with the right resolution, in the right for them to come landscape and not in a small little screen, which is what happened to my last video. And all of those things, I mean, I used to have a channel a while ago. I mean, it's still, that channel is still up. But it had nothing to do with coloring. It was another subject. But I did not use my phone for that. I used a real camera because I would present myself in front of the camera. And then I used a real camera, and I would film it that way, and I never had the problem with the videos. But this is different because I'm recording from the top to the bottom. All you see is my hands, and if I'm coloring, you see that. So it's different. I'm recording with my cell phone, not with a camera, and so all those things makes it different and hard for me to comprehend on how I'm gonna come up with a video that's worth watching. And I hope this one is. So I'm gonna finish coloring this one, and we're gonna leave it at that because I don't want to make this video too long. This is I'm just trying to figure out if it's gonna work for what I'm intending to do. Hopefully it does. And I can upload it, and you guys can, hear me chat away and maybe get to know me a little bit more, because the first one I was very intimidated by filming this way. The second one, I just went for the, just showing the stuff that I had been doing in my top my top 10, my 25, my 2025 review. But this one is just, I wanted you guys to get to know me better, to see my background, a little bit about my life, why I'm in Colombia, what am I doing here, how did I came to like coloring and those things. So, and maybe we'll chat again later. Another time I will do another one. I'm planning on doing um in a color along for let me see if I can show you. It's in the book that I'm working on this one. Let's see. On this book, and I'm going to color this one. I'm going to color this one, and this is the color palette that I picked. And I'm going to be using, since I use the Star Joy pencils, and they worked well, and I'm going to go ahead and use those two and work on this one. And I'm gonna do it as, if you want to color with me, you can color with me, or just watch me and we can chat. I'm not gonna do it live because I don't think I can do lives yet, or maybe I can. I don't know. I'm too new to this. I don't know if enough people will watch. I guess that's my biggest concern. So, and the next video will be that. And if you guys want to plan ahead, and if you don't have this color yet, maybe you can color along with me. So, that is my plan. And so, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and finish this tree and say goodbye to you guys. And we can chat later. Okay? Bye.